very honest. This is a fun app I found in my during the autumnal Steam sale. It's called Lo-Fi Spirit Sessions. I think that's what it's called. So as you can see, it's playing lo-fi. I'm using a little Pomodoro session timer here. You can like actually set up activities and journals and all sorts of good stuff. To-do list. So yeah, I set it to painting, which technically I'm not doing, but this effect is very painterly. I am actually working with a. I'm gonna keep on throwing this down a bit. Okay, good. I'm actually working with this Muni bus that I scanned 2 months ago, apparently, and this is the bus I used to take as a child, the 6 Parnassus. It's so painterly that it's hard to even read Parnassus. I can't say how much of that is down to user error in regards to how I scanned it or what the deal was. But I'm midway through sort of editing it. Actually, most of the way through editing it. I got rid of the whole environment. And where I want it to end up is in the clouds here. So we're going to see if I can get that done within the 25 minutes I have. I might even change out these clouds because I don't know if I love these specific clouds for it. The reason why I'm naming this next stop Karl is because that is the name of our fog bank in San Francisco. So if you look up San Francisco, Karl, fog, I'm sure this will come up. You see, it even has its own. It even has its own Instagram profile. How the Bay Area's fog came to be named Karl. Hell, I'll read this a little bit later myself. I don't want to be wrong in describing why it's called Karl. Anyways, moving on. You're catching me at the tail end, well, actually, the aftermath of having done my first vending pop-up booth. And I just feel like I'm raring to go to do a new one. A new, not only a new booth setup, but a new piece, a new little series. And I wanted to start off with Joe Muni. I don't know why we called it Joe Muni. That's another nickname we have for Muni. Oh, I wonder. Ooh, that's not a flat box piece. So what you're seeing me do here is actually move the doors. So previous to me starting this stream, these doors were closed because I was really trying to do this on the DL because this 6 Parnassus bus had just stopped at the cul-de-sac. It's basically the end of its line, and you know the driver only has so much time to go to the bathroom, which is exactly why I sort of swooped in and did this. So this might be a little less than ideal. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, so I can set it like so. So you can see it got a little bit of insides there, but it's got some of this as well. So let me see if I can draw some of that out. Shoot, that is not what I wanted to do. Is it Alt? Hold up. No! It's not Control. Oh, there it is. I got it. Control. So Control and, oops. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, now what I can do is I can rotate it at the bound center, like so, because that is technically how it opens. Pull it out a bit like that. Keep myself honest. Look at it from the top. Look at it from isometrically. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, I think that's wide enough. So now we have this like partition in the middle that I'll get rid of. So I go back to this. And by the way, you set all the parameters for the XYZ bounding box here. I like to keep on calling this. So what I'm actually working with is Super Splat. It is an open source editor for Gaussian splats, but essentially I treat it like it's Photoshop. Let me see what happens when I set that and I delete it. Yeah, it's not so bad. Now, do I wish I had a much better interior scan of it? For sure. Do I wish I had an upper, like a shot from above, so it'd be absolutely clean? Yeah, for sure. But part of me is very forgiving because I do love how painterly the effect is. And depending on which side I go with, and more than likely will be this side. I love the little ad on the side here, Together We Go. And I can put one of my characters in here. More than likely it'll be Steve Bijou. Maybe I'll even build out like its own little rig. Um, I'll have to do a little research on like doing a very simplified rig of the, the actual the driver's seat and everything. Because right now it's like a little too ghostly for my taste. And if I'm going for something that's almost Richard Scarry Busy Town like, which is really my like touchstone for everything, um, yeah, it may need a little bit more love on the interior. So let me show you what it looks like inside. Yeah, so you can see like the camera could only do so much because I'm walking around it the whole time. I couldn't actually go inside. You had to lock up. The bike rack is a little weird looking, but I can deal with that. Okay, so enough. Let me save it for whatever that's worth. 60 megabytes. It's not the worst thing in the world. And then I'm going to export it as a PLY. That should also be 60.3. Yeah, it's interesting how it's basically the same size. So I'm gonna cut that. I'm going to put it in, let's meet at the 4-star. No, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put the PLY in here. There we go. So now that we have the PLY, which is the file format for Gaussian splats and a lot of reality capture formats, I can import it as a PLY in here. So let's see. Do not apply rotation or scale transforms using blenders. If you want to use the applied. Yeah, you say that, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. So there it is. Let's see how big it comes out in here. Whoa, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So, ooh, looks a little odd. Okay, I think I remember how to deal with this. It's always a little bit of a learning curve at the beginning. I think I have to start. Yeah, it has something to do with the camera updates, if I remember correctly. Oh, wait a second. I need to also set a camera. Duh. So, let me move the actual bus around first before, and I'm already breaking the laws of nature here. Also, which direction? Oh, it's not even like upright. This is another thing that's strange. Whenever I do edit Gaussian splats, it kind of is. It's very peculiar as to what orientation it sets itself up as. That's something to keep in mind. What did it tell me to do again? Basically, it says do not apply 3D GS transforms and color function. Yeah, but where is that? Yeah, this is kind of why I just go with I go with Blender God, and I just kind of like do my own thing, frankly. So I do make it bigger. Oh, see, I don't even know where the center of that is. And I am gonna rotate it. Also, let's make it about 2 times bigger. Because Steve Bijou is about this size right there. That's about right. Oh, I can kind of see it the way it should be seen now. So it's an X marks the spot. Let's do, yeah, -90. And like I said, I want it from that side. I don't know. What makes the most sense is seeing it from left to right or from the other direction. Although, okay, let me see how I'm doing on time here. Oh my God, I never started this session. You know what? Let me get out of this because I don't want to. I can see how long I've been on here. 12 minutes, not so bad. Okay, let's keep going. Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. That's the name, by the way. Okay, so let's close out of. No, I don't want to close out of this. Who knows? I might want to edit that while I'm still with y'all. So you see that? We kind of, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. What I really want is it to be like like really almost, you're almost barely able to see the wheels. Like it's kind of just like covered in cotton candy like clouds. That's what I really want. I want it to feel very fantastical. I even want the bus itself to be slightly, let's see if I can do this. Yeah, slightly raised like that. Like, yeah, even that, those 5 degrees really count. Ooh, shadeless. Oh, shadeless almost makes it, you know what? Before I do that, let's do, okay, hold up. I need to find the perfect camera angle for this before I do anything else. That's really the kind of the key, actually. Before this, I did actually have a whole other figure in a giant Kuan Yin statue in this scene. So that's why everything feels so kind of, it feels a little bit more like the way I framed everything. It's slightly different from the way I normally would. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to find a good angle for myself here. Is it this way? Is it this way? Hold up. No, it's the other way. It is this way. Okay, so having said that, should I, if I were to, let me pick, it's not technically a bird cam, but let me pick this. Align view, camera active to view. Nope, that's not what I wanted at all. Let me get rid of all this. Basically, I'm reappropriating an older file here. That's what you're seeing. Okay. Align active camera to view. What is it doing? Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, start camera updates. Oh, we're in cycles. Let me try an EV first. By the way, when this works, it works really, really well. I have nothing but good things to say about this specific add-on. It's called the 3DGS Render by CuriEngine. It might be one of the only Blender add-ons I know of that A is free. I think it's pretty much open source and does what it says on the cover, frankly. hopefully you're seeing where I'm going with it. Um, this is the very beginning. Doubtfully, I will keep the flying ship that kind of takes away from everything. In fact, I might even take it away now. Start comping in where Steve Bijou starts going. Steve Bijou and the birdie. There's a birdie on the left side of his shoulder there. I am totally forgetting how because I don't want to bake this. I don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to bake it. So let's start the camera. Oh. I wonder if it is this whole deal. Frame change. Nope. Nope. Okay, so what you're seeing right now, why this looks so odd, is that it's actually not looking at the Gaussian splat the way it should. Meaning, um, it's coming through in slices. That's why you're seeing that kind of weird effect. Whereas with other, you know what? Let me save this before I say anything else. Okay, good. And there are other ways of bringing things in as point clouds, which is what we're traditionally used to. I remember there being some sort of trick here. Oh. Wonder if it's this. Yes, there it is. It's never obvious to me to do this. Okay, use active camera. Great. Fantastic. We love it. Okay, so that active camera. See, now as I go around it, now it's a lot more solid. Solidish. Well, not there. It's a little fickle at times. Anyways. See how that changed? So that's what I wanted. I don't love that it's super. It's a little bit more opaque than, or sorry, a little bit more chalky than I'd like. I don't know how else to describe it. I don't know what I was expecting, considering I only had like 3 minutes to really scan it. I use Scaniverse, by the way, which is an app you can use on any mobile phone. And when it works, it really works. But this is a very large scale piece. So I don't know. I don't know if this is something I will have. Oh, also, I can't really read Together We Go as easily. So I wonder if that's a limitation. You know what? Let's get closer. Let's get right around here. Align view, activate camera. And then there we go. It's the tugboat. Where is the camera? Okay, the camera really should not be inside the tugboat. I don't know what I was thinking with that. And I can't take it out. It's because it's parented. That's so dumb. So dumb I set it up that way. Okay, so there we go. Also, how large is this right now? Is it 19? Oh my god, no wonder. So now you can see me sort of just play a little bit with, ooh, that's interesting. Is there a depth of field thing happening here? Yes, there is. No wonder. Okay, so took that off. Let me see what it looks like with EV. And let me see what it looks like with cycles. Curious. Ooh, wow, that is... Okay, I have no complaints about... Okay, that's not looking great. Use high transparent bounces if I'm using cycles. Okay, good to know. For now, let's keep it EV. Let's keep it easy. Let's keep it EV. So I can actually change out this cloud variant, which is kind of exciting. And I wonder if that's easy enough for me to do from here. Let's try different clouds. Hold up. Let me find the OG Steve Bijou folder. It's a cloud pack. I cannot believe I remember. Yeah, let's just open up a few of these and see what they feel like. Wish I had a cloud pack evolve. Oh, these are okay, that's great. There's thumbnails. So I chose 4. What feels like a Karl cloud? I'm feeling either 3, 10, or 1. 1, 3, or 10. So why don't I download those and see what those feel like. So I'm so glad that it came with a cloud pack. Thumbnails, I mean. Will you download? Please? 1, 3, and 10 is what I said, right? Okay, 1, 3, and 10. Ba-boom. Okay, so let's see if it does what I think it does. If I go here and I touch this, whoa, we are in the clouds. Cute. Okay, so, whoa. Let's see if okay, so you see what I'm saying? Like, I want it in the clouds. This is kind of what I'm thinking of. Like, just tippy top of the clouds there. Now I risk kind of getting lost too, and also the pink kind of taking over. So I have to be really good about what angle I'm choosing here. How about we try another cloud pack? So I said 3, right? Okay. If I get back up, what does it look like? Wow, these are nice clouds. I think it runs even better when I put it in that mode. Okay, great. If you're wondering what this little brown volume is, that's exactly what it's meant to be. It's a fog volume that I created so I could get God rays. I'm not sure if that's going to come through without cycles. With cycles, though. Without cycles, I mean. Okay. It's got to be obvious that there are clouds, but so you know what I'm doing, right? Like I need to sort of I need clouds in the far back, and I need but I also need them up front too, so that way it feels like this looks like a crazy fever dream version of Speed, the movie. Oh, why is it not moving? Weird. Huh. What happened? Why won't you move? Here, we're going to do one more. Did I do 10 already? I don't think I did. Oh, I wonder, this feels like it could be promising. Because you kind of have like different layers of clouds. Like, I wonder. These clouds are so cool. It's almost like I want the tail end to still be in the clouds, and then this is like the front end is, most of the front end is peeking out. Does that make sense? So, yeah. I just need to find the right composition for it. That's really what it comes down to. So, let me move this further back. So, you know, this might not be the most engaging stream in the world, but it gives you a little bit of a taste of like how my pieces come together. And oftentimes it's a lot of this. Oftentimes it's me just sort of like, you know, for the better part of an hour, I might just be like playing with composition and playing with placements of my characters and my assets in a scene until I feel I can actually feel it when it's getting there, so to speak. It's never truly like exactly what I had in my head, um, but it's usually pretty close, you know. Or and it's something I really like talking about, but the happy accidents are also very important. Like the one happy accident I found the last time I did this with the Persephone piece that I did. You know what? This is not so bad. Let me save this. It's getting to it's getting to something. I think I will stay with these clouds because there's just enough variation. If we go back from these clouds, right? Look at that. That's an enormous amount of variation in there that I can play with more without making you all watch. Okay, so there we have it. And then if you take, we're going to do this. We are going to first update the view. I always have to remember to actually click on, where's the bus? There's the bus. Click the bus. Update active to view, so that way everything feels good. Enable camera updates. Okay, cool. Interesting. Great. Yeah, I just want it to feel like super fantastical. I mean, obviously the fog is not the right color. That's really not the point. I've always wanted to use these clouds in a way that felt not just ethereal, but kind of just pure whimsy. And that's why I say they're like cotton candy clouds. We do need to bring Steve over somehow. And this is not the fuzzy wuzzy version of Steve, so this is a placeholder because either you have to redo the fur on him or bring in the actual furry version, which exists. So we'll see. But we do not need the tugboat. I know that much. And this is really annoying because all these pieces are still within. So you know what? I'm not going to really bother with it at this exact moment, but let's at least drag Steve over. Whee! See if Steve's at the right size even. Let's also make sure we delete those keyframes. It's actually still a little bit big, frankly. But you know what? That might actually work for the bus. I don't need it to be like, look at him all just taking up the whole ass doorway. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. He's all like waving people in. Okay, so there we go. Why is he all lean back? That is such a funny. Oh, but that does give me an idea that I should. Okay, you know what, Steve? You're showing me things. Maybe it's a little bit more of that direction, a little bit more of this. I almost feel like to show the immensity of the bus, it should actually be a lot closer, and the caboose is kind of out of frame because that's how you can easily imply that something is larger. So I don't, yeah, so we have to have Steve kind of engaging us. Whoa, why is this all moving now? Who told you to move? That's nuts. What happened there? I didn't move the bus. Whoa. What's happening? Uh Only Steve's staying in place. He's like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm on a break. Y'all are crazy. Let's see. What's happening here? Okay, well, I'm not gonna freak out or anything. Huh, weird. Weird, really weird. Okay. Oh, wow, the volume just takes up all the action here. Okay. Ooh, it's getting very heavenly with that, those god rays. Okay, what's the last thing I want to do? Because I'm pretty much done. I mean, done for today. You're seeing the beginning of something. I don't know if this bus is going to survive or whether or not I'll have to rescan it. I need to make sure Steve is the fuzzy wuzzy version because this version of him is no longer acceptable to me. Sorry, Steve. I also have to think about other characters that are in the windows. And also, I really want to get like a mini bus stop sign, like a mock-up version that says Karl. You know, like that's the stop that we're at, or like a kiosk, something that's very obvious that it's a bus stop. That's what it needs to be. Steve's driving. He's got passengers. I have other characters, obviously, I can use that are peeking out the windows. Um, and yeah, I don't know. Something else will happen. Something else will take shape here that I'll have fun with. Maybe there are characters that are sitting on top, or I know Muni probably wouldn't love that, but hey, it's my world. They're just living in it. So there we go. I love Steve just like being totally chill here. That's so cute. Still, wrong Steve. All right, all. I am signing off for now. It started here. Remember, it started here. Which, by the way, this Together We Go looks so good here and looks so crap here. Don't quite understand what that's all about, considering it's the same exact splat. So you tell me.